Shattered by the silence, roaring of the lions, chaos rounds in color, close your eyes and shudder. I see red, 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 Sarah's forbidden souls. Brother wearing arms, I can see your scars. Something in between reasons that you scream. I can see you ready. Hold your finger steady. Bang, bang, bang. We all fall down. I see red, I see red. I see red, I see red.
Hey, hey, it got the word. Kelly,
Yeah.
it got the word.
Yeah.
Look, see the red word.
Hey Rachel, so it is, what day is it? It's the 27th, which is a Monday. Okay. And I was checking my email, and as you know, I get a lot of spam. Well, this is not about spam. This is about getting into my email, okay? So, you know how sometimes they're like, we need to make sure you're a human. And I'm like, look at me, I'm a human. Whatever. To, you know, make sure I'm not some robot trying to break into my email account. So what, they can steal my coupons for Target? I don't know. Anyways, look at what the code is. I'm like, oh yeah, make sure I'm not a human. Not a human. Make sure I am a human. What does this say to you? Why? I'm not the devil! Why is this the thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. That's all. Don't look at my password. Just gonna log in now.
It's Monday, and Monday means video day. I'm Batman. Did you really think I could sing? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Carrie's Vlog. This time narrated by Batman, or woman, because obviously.
I guess if I'm a woman, though, I wouldn't really be talking like that. But then again, do you know any man that talks like that? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So,
Hello, I'm Batwoman. And I've probably been smoking for like 30 years.
okay, Rachel, well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't really want to ruin my voice since I want to continue singing, you know, at some point in my life, so I'm not gonna keep talking like that. But happy Halloween! I'm wearing orange pants, otherwise known as electric salmon, just for this video. So, yeah, hope you appreciate the black and the orange, and hopefully, I don't even know if you can see my leg. The orange, and hopefully somewhere in your dorm, you are currently or have already used your GMM mug, because, I mean, gotta be doing that Halloween thing. I mean, that's what Rhett said today in GMM. It has been quite a while since I made a video because A, I lost my SD card, B, found my SD card, but then I had like a test and like a paper and like stuff we don't want to talk about that I had to do. So, that being said, got some stuff to tell you. I don't know if Gabby already told you this. If she did, well, that sucked the life out of this. If not, here's a story. So, I'm in drama class, and our teacher has us do this thing where basically we like go up to architecture, which is basically just furniture stuff in the room, and we're supposed to manipulate it. So, for example, there's always chairs lying around, so I just go up to the chair and I'm like assuming that my computer is a chair. I'm just like, whoa, look at that manipulation. It's really not that hard, and so that's why I don't mind doing it. Well, this time he goes, I want you to manipulate the architecture. No, you know what? I want you to complement the architecture. So I'm like, okay, so that means like I gotta make both of us look good? Like, me and that chair gotta look like we're supposed to be together? Like, what? Anyways, I find the piano because there's one piano and that's just where I belong. So I sat on the piano and was like, with my hands and just kind of like sat there and was like, whoosh. and stopped and whatever. A guy in my class, Serge, came and leaned on the piano. So we're both like, hey, look at this, we're both on the piano. What's gonna happen now? Well, apparently, compliment, there's two versions of the word compliment. There's compliment with an E, like complimentary angles or to compliment the furniture. And then there's like compliment, like, gee, Willikers, you look really beautiful today. And sadly, some people in our class thought that's what he meant. So some people were literally like, Cher, you're looking fine today. Somebody actually said that. I'm not making that up. That is a direct quote. Okay, so the teacher thought we were making fun of him, and when I say we, I mean those people that didn't understand where, it was an I or an E and whatever. So he just, like, blew up and ran out of the room, and I haven't seen him since. Just kidding. He blew up, ran out of the room, and was like, if you guys aren't going to take this seriously, I'm not going to take it seriously, and I won't waste your time anymore, and then ran out. I know I went into my Batman voice. Anger, Batman's always angry. Then me and Gabby and like a bunch of our other friends are kind of sitting outside of Beach Hut, which is like one of those little cafe-ish places on campus, and we're like, man, I can't believe that happened. It feels so bad. Like, we didn't really do anything, but I still feel kind of sad. Like, he got his feelings hurt maybe, and like, oh, it was awkward. Well, then Thursday, which was when he saw me again for class, he like apologized and like said, oh, I thought you guys were like being mean, but really you just didn't understand the words I was using. And yeah, I mean, drama and drama. Can I say that? It's pretty ironic. In my poetry class, there's a girl whose name I'm not going to say for reasons you will soon find out. And turns out she knows one of my cousins. They went to the same school. Anyways, this girl is like, every time we have to do peer editing or whatever for poetry, basically what happens is you read your poem, people will have like a quick minute or so to kind of like correct and write things on your paper, and then they're going to give you suggestions. So everybody raises their hand and is like, I think you should change this, I think you should change that, whatever. Well, every time it comes to her, instead of just being silent like everyone else and listening to criticisms and whatever and writing it down and like trying to be better, she's always like, well, the reason I did that was, or no, I actually don't like that part. And I'm like, you wrote it and you gave us the paper. If you didn't like that part, why'd you put it on there? Or why didn't you cross it out like on the typed copy, and then when you copied it like on the copy machine, we'd know, oh, she doesn't like this part. She meant to exit that out or whatever. So I'm just like, why are you talking about? We're just trying to help you. We're just trying to help you. Anyway, so I'm already a little frustrated with her in general because I just think handling criticism is something that you have to come to terms with, A, and B, it's just like poetry classes, isn't it? Like, Walt Whitman's here rising from his grave to tell you that your poetry's terrible. We're a bunch of college students. Like, none of us are really pro-poets yet. So, that being said, she stopped reading after one of her poems, after everyone had finished criticizing, and she's like, can I say something? And so I'm already like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And the teacher's like, okay, what do you have to say? Well, I just want to say that I think you, cough, cough, pointing at the professor, don't really give even, like, criticism. Like, you don't like so-and-so's style, so you kind of give them a lot more criticism, but, like, I think all of us would benefit if you, like, gave all of us feedback. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. And I'm just, like, literally, like, Batman in the corner, like, who invited this girl to the party, Alfred? Anyways, needless to say, oh, the fan is shaking. There's a plane going overhead. You don't care about that. Anyways, an awkward silence descends upon the classroom, and the teacher's like, alright, well, I'll take that into consideration. Thanks. And just continued on because there was really no way to recover from that awkwardness. Okay, so recently I had a quiz in my comparative world literature class, which I did okay on. I got a B. Kind of wanted an A, you know how that goes, but whatever. I am content. I should have studied more. So we finish taking the test and, well, not test, quiz. I finished taking the quiz, and our teacher kind of notices that maybe like half of us are done, but you're still waiting on the other half of the class. So he goes, feel free to draw any kind of artwork you would like on the back of your paper. And then someone's like, style points? And he's like, maybe, which means no. But anyways, I drew something. It was a rose. It was a really ugly rose. I tried though, so participation points. More importantly, there's a friend of mine and he is eating pretzels when the teacher tells us this. So he pulls out a pretzel out of his bag, puts it on his piece of paper, and just like traces around the pretzel and like on the inside of the holes of the pretzel. And then he takes the pretzel off, eats it, and then like puts on fake salt, like little dots or whatever on the pretzel on the paper. And so I see this and I'm like, that's pretty funny. And I look over and then he's writing something on the pretzel, like below it, like a title or something. I'm like, what is that? So then I kind of did these little motion at him and was like, let me see your paper, was what I did in my head, but out loud I didn't say anything. I was like, so then he shows me the paper by like slipping it off the edge of the desk so it doesn't look like he's cheating or something because it was the back of his quiz. And it says, Perry the Pretzel. And I don't know why, but I thought that was really funny and I almost giggled really loud in the middle of class. So after that, the first thing I thought was Perry the Platypus versus Perry the Pretzel. So I wrote on my hand versus the platypus because he would understand Perry the Platypus, Perry the Pretzel. It makes sense, right? Well, he thought it was funny. I showed him my hand. Haha, it was so hilarious. This is why people like me, because I make really corny jokes. And so then later that day also happened to be so later that day I was talking with someone about something, I don't even remember what. I said, it's not like I have it written here in my hand. And they're like, you do have something written on your hand. And then I look and they look and it says versus the platypus. So moral of the story, kids, is if you ever are going to write something on your hand, make sure not to ever raise your hand and then say that it's like it's written on your hand, because then you're going to look stupid because they're going to be like, what's on your hand? And then you're going to have to tell them the whole story about Perry the Pretzel, the platypus. Okay? Moving on. So I met with the leader of my small group for church, and she came to Cal State Long Beach, which was really nice of her since, you know, I'm still kind of on the whole, like, I can't drive anywhere. Mother. So we met for lunch and somehow it slipped out that I vlog and then I immediately regretted it. This is the second time that's happened. What am I doing with my life? Anyway, she told me like a story about how she used to do like an email chain with her friends in college when she was in college, and it made me think of how you always save all our emails. And she said that one person like had saved all the emails and printed them out and like put it in a book and gave to one of their friends for their wedding. So you can send me all those like third grade emails that were probably half of them like forwards and like 2 sentences for my wedding. There you go. Instant wedding gift, Rachel. You're welcome. We met for lunch and it was a delicious lunch.